My brother uninvited me from his wedding because I look too good and might upstage the bride. I'm a 30-year-old plumber. I'm not pretty. What happened was my dad had a heart attack last year. I watched paramedics carry him out of our kitchen on a stretcher. He survived. I didn't sleep for a month. Started running at 5 a.m. because lying in bed replaying it was worse. Lost 50 pounds. Not for looks, because I was terrified of dying the same way. That was enough to get me kicked out of my own brother's wedding. Drew called 5 weeks before the ceremony. Said his fiancée Megan felt my weight loss would distract from her in the photos. A distraction. I changed my life because our father almost died and she called it a distraction. He asked me to step down as best man. I said, step down to what? He said, just come as a guest. I said, Drew, I'm your brother. He said, I know, but it's her day. Called my mom. Thought she'd be furious. She said, honey, just wear something loose and don't make a fuss. I did CPR on dad's kitchen floor. Rebuilt my body so I wouldn't end up on that same stretcher. And my mom told me to wear something baggy and be quiet about it. My sister Ray was the only one. She said, you don't owe anyone a smaller version of yourself. Nobody in my family has said anything that good to me in 30 years. Went to the wedding, row 7, gray suit, hands in my lap. The new best man was Drew's coworker who I'd met once. Dropped the ring during the vows. 12 seconds of silence while he crawled under a pew. I was supposed to be up there. At the reception, I walked past the back tables and heard Drew talking to his friends, telling them I stepped down because of personal stuff, that I chose this. He didn't just remove me from his wedding. He rewrote the story so nobody would know why. Found him at the bar. Didn't yell. Said, you told people I stepped down. He said I didn't know what else to say. I said, how about the truth? He stared at his glass. I said, you didn't just cut me from the wedding, Drew. You cut me from the story. Left before the cake. He called 3 days later crying. Said watching me in row 7 was the worst part of his wedding. I believe him. But my brother is a weak person. That's harder than him being bad. A bad person you walk away from. A weak one you just keep hoping will be stronger next time. Last week I found a photo of us as kids. I'm on his shoulders. Both laughing so hard our faces are blurry. Sent it to him. Said, remember when this was enough? He wrote back 2 words. It still is. We'll see.